as that menu is being passed around, you can see it here in InDesign, and here's where you can really see where it looks backwards. The front is on the right side, the back is in the middle, and the inside flap is on the left of page 1. And then page 2 is more natural, reading from left to right. You can include whatever items you would like on your menu. You can set whatever price point you would like on your menu. But I would like you to think about your restaurant concept, your background story that you wrote for your restaurant. If you said your restaurant was a fast casual restaurant for families, you're not going to have dinners that are $25 or $50, right? However, if it's a really expensive, nice Italian restaurant, you might have some more expensive things, okay? So you can call these whatever, starters or entrees or appetizers. I'm sorry, not entrees, starters or appetizers, soups and salads, entrees, drinks, desserts. On the back panel, you could include a little bit of your history or where you're located. And the inside flap, that's kind of up to you how you lay it out as well. I have a lunch menu here on the inside flap. Typically, the front would just be your logo. Right? So I'm going to start from the beginning. You're going to go up to File, New, Document, or if you get that panel that comes up, you're creating a new document. The things that you need to pay attention to here are the orientation. So you need to change it to landscape. And then the number of columns needs to be 3. And you're creating 2 pages. So there's just 3 things that you're setting up there. 2 pages, a horizontal orientation, and 3 columns. And then you get your blank page. You have, up here in your Pages panel, you have 2 pages, and you can go back and forth just by double-clicking. They look the same right now, obviously. So this first page here, you're going to use a frame to place your logo. Right? Now in Photoshop, you created a custom shape, so you can very easily create a file to place here on your menu. You go to Photoshop, you're just going to open a new file. The size doesn't really matter. It will probably open up on your old size of 6x6, 200, that's fine. Then you're going to use your custom shape that you defined. I'd recommend holding Shift, that way you get the same aspect ratio. Change the color to whatever you want it to be for the front of your menu. And then this is why the image size doesn't matter, because you're going to use the crop tool to crop right around your logo. And then just save that to your desktop. Make sure it's on your desktop. Save it as maybe menu logo. Then when you go back to InDesign, you can click on that frame, go up to File, Place, find that logo, and then use your selection tool here to resize it. And one thing that you can do is click on that circle so that your yellow handles come up, and then you can control click and fit the content to the frame. Alright, so very simple cover design there. This is going to be my back panel, so I probably want to use the rectangle tool. So here's going to be the headline, and then the content, the paragraph that I'm going to add, and then maybe another copy of my logo, and maybe the address for my restaurant. Then you can use the type tool to add whatever content that you're going to add. You could copy and paste from your 4.4 restaurant background for this to tell the story of how we opened the restaurant. As you can see, you can type it in or you can copy and paste it. All right. You're going to continue that for basically the rest of your menu, using the rectangle frame tool to draw your rectangles, and then either placing in an image or copy and pasting or writing in your text. When you use the type tool, you'll notice that this is kind of small, not very readable. Up here in this options bar, you have all the different options for your typography. The A here is your character formatting. So if I want to change the font, I can do so here, the size. Okay. But if I want this centered, I need to go to my paragraph formatting, which is right underneath. And that switches, and you can see here, center. You have all kinds of indent options. Basically, you're probably going to use these options here, which are your paragraph alignment, and then your different character formatting, like your typeface, the size. And you can see these are the same kinds of things that you can do in Photoshop, like stretching it out if you'd like to. All right. This is going to be a really simple menu. You just have one class period to do it. So basically, fill in your content, then you can spend your time formatting it to make it look nice, and then at the end of class today, you're going to turn that in. All right. Are there any questions? If I go back to my finished example here, you can use pictures for the internet for your menu. Okay, that's something that for your logo design I did not allow you to do. But since this is a shorter project and it's basically about laying something out in InDesign, you can add pictures. So maybe simple things like, you know, the burger here. I have a space here for a larger image, that kind of thing. Okay, any questions? All right, get to work.